Hello everyone. First of all, I hope you're doing well. I am Zulfa Farda. Here I will explain a little of my knowledge about place of articulation and manner of articulation to fulfill my phonology course assignment. Okay, there are the material I will explain is part of articulation and manner of articulation. And the first material is place of articulation. Okay, let's start it. The place of articulation is the where of pronunciation. It is the location of where sounds are produced. It is how about to place your tongue, your teeth, and your lips when creating sounds, and how different sounds involve different part in the mouth, and how to pronounce all of the consonant sounds in English. Obviously, it's helped us to learn that where we place our speech organ for production of specific speech sounds. The place of articulation is important in pronunciation because you must know where the produce sounds in order to pronounce them correctly. If you're not pronouncing a consonant correctly, it's probably the place of articulation is not correct as you are pronouncing the sounds. Okay, simply we can say that place from where sound is known as a place of articulation. So let me show you the area of the mouth because those will help you pronounce different sounds. Okay, first, there is bilabial. Bilabial is contact between the lips. This is the outside of the mouth. We could say that the lower lips is the active articulator and the upper lip is the passive articulator, and they grow together. English bilabial sounds like b and m. Okay, for the example, the word is pie, the word is buy, and the word is mute. Okay, next, second, we have labiodental. Labiodental is contact between the lower lip and the upper teeth. The lower lip is the active articulator and the upper teeth are the passive articulator. So here we have a labial and dental. Okay, and list English labiodental sounds like f and v. For the example, f, the word is fry, and v, the word is very or vector. Okay, next. Third, we have interdental. Interdental is contact between the lip of the tongue and the area just behind the upper teeth. These sounds formed by putting the tongue between the teeth. These are the sounds like and th or the and the. For the example, is thin and th is though. Okay, next. Fourth, we have alveolar. Alveolars is contact between the tongue and the alveolar ridge, formed by putting the tongue on the alveolar ridge, which is the gum line above the top teeth. These are sounds like t, the word is tom, and the word is they, and the word is non, the word is sit, z, the word is zoo, all the word is lamb, and r, the word is run. And you may be able to feel that your tongue is touching the alveolar ridge when you are producing d, and this will happen with all the alveolar sounds. Okay, fifth, Next, we have palatals. Palatals, contact between the tongue and the hard palate or alveolar ridge, formed by touching the side of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. You create palatal consonant when you raise the tongue to this point and constrict airflow. The sounds are like sh, j, ch, j, and j. Okay, for example, sh, the words is sheep, and j, the word is pleasure, ch, the word is cheap, j, the word is jam, and j, the word is yogurt. Okay, next. Velar. Velar is contact between the tongue and the soft palate formed by putting the back part of the tongue against the soft palate. You make velar consonants when you raise the back of your tongue to the velum to block or restrict airflow. The sounds like k, g, and ng. Okay, for the example, k, the word is curl, and the word is girl, and the word is song. Okay, next we move to manner of articulation. Manner of articulation is how sounds are produced. The how to making sound is called manner of articulation. In other words, how the air stream is abstract to produce consonant sounds. Here you know that manner of articulation means how the air stream come out of the mouth. It can be stopped, then let it can be released. With friction, the lips can be rounded or open, or the vocal cords can vibrate or not. You know, a number of then other things can happen in manner of articulation. So, in short, manner of articulation, place of articulation is where they are created, and manner of articulation is how they are created. Okay, we start. This is the manner of articulation. First is nasal. Nasal, we close our palate and let airstream through the nose. Nasal consonants are created when you completely block airflow through your mouth and let the air pass through your nose. Okay, the nasal sounds like m, n, and ng. Okay. For example, initial sounds m is the word is moon. The oral passage is blocked by closing the lips. It's become bilabial. And the word is nap. Oral passage is blocked by pressing tongue tip against the alveolar ridge. It becomes alveolars. And the word is sings. Oral passage is blocked by pressing the back of your tongue against the soft palate. It's become velar. Okay, next, second, we have stop or plosive. Stop or plosive, we put pressure of air and then release it. This is a sudden burst of air. An example of stop include b, t, d, k, and g. Okay, like nasal consonant, stop consonant occur when the vocal tract is closed completely, but for stops, the airflow is not redirect through the nose. Instead, the air quickly builds up pressure behind the articulators and then releases in a brush. Okay, for the example, the word is pig. Oral passage is blocked by closing the lips. So it becomes bilabial. Pig. Okay. Then the word is bag. The word is tall. Oral passage is blocked by pressing the tongue tips against the alveolar ridge. So it becomes alveolars. And the word is dead. Oral passage is blocked by pressing the tongue tips against the alveolar ridge. So it becomes alveolars. And then the word is kick. Block airflow with the back of the tongue against the soft palate, so it becomes velar. And last, the word is girl. Block airflow with the back of the tongue against the soft palate. It becomes velars. Okay. Next, third, we have fricative. Fricative with top part of the air so it can come through everywhere. It is a stream of air, while nasal and stop consonant involve a complete blockage of the vocal tract. Fricative sounds involve only a partial blockage of the vocal tract so that air has to be forced through a narrow channel. Sounds include R, F, V, S, Z, H, Sh, and J. J and Th and Z. Okay. For the example, initial sounds is F. The word is for. Air is forced through the upper teeth and lower lips. It becomes labiodentals. 4. Okay, then van and is thin. Air is forced through our upper teeth and tongue. So it's become dental. And is the sound is this. And next is sound. Air is forced through tongue and alveolar ridge. It's become alveolars. And z is zip. And sh is ship. J is television. And h is hello. But actually, h isn't a fricative. It's technically not even a real consonant sound since there's not contraction or absorption of airflow. So next we have final sounds. Final sounds, for example, is f is half, v is have. The word is pass. The word is has. The word is wash, and the word is rouge, and the word is bath. Okay, these are the words in which fricatives are coming at the final, or these are the words which fricative sounds are the final sounds. Okay. Next, fourth, we have affricate. Affricate, we become stop and fricatives to from affricates. Example include ch and j. Okay, affricate start with a stop and then transition into a fricative. Affricative consonants start as stop sounds with air building up behind an articulator, which then release through a narrow channel as fricative, instead of a clean brush as stops do. Okay, for the examples, initial sounds is ch, the word is chip, and j, the word is jump. Final sounds, for examples, is catch and beach. Okay, next we have liquid. We let air stream on the side of our tongue. Okay, liquid consonant are when the tongue block the middle of your mouth so that air has to pass around the side. For example, initial sounds, the road is red, and the word is light. For example, final sounds, the word is dear and feel. Okay, and the last part of the manner of articulation is glide. We move our mouth constantly from articulation to a vowel sounds. Example include w and j. For example, initial sounds is w, the word is wind, and j, the word is yellow. And for example, final sounds, we don't have words for final sounds because these two sounds don't occur at the end of any word in English. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you for your attention. More or less, my apology. And last, I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.